right, before I dive in, thumbs up if you can hear me. Can you hear my volume okay? All right, great. Thank you. Welcome. Happy New Year if we haven't seen one another yet. For today's practice, if you have 2 blocks and a strap, you can grab those. If you haven't yet muted your camera, go ahead and do that. That'll help the sound be clearer for everyone. And then once you have your props, if you don't have props, don't worry. I'll guide you through modifications without. But go ahead and find a comfortable seat. So sit cross-legged. If you have a block, go ahead and sit on your blocks. Your hips are a little higher up than your knees. And then when you feel situated, you might adjust, rock a little left and right. Go ahead and close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, take a deep breath in through your nose. And sigh it out through your mouth. All right, let's do that one more time. In through the nose. Sigh it out. And then seal your lips and begin to cultivate Ujjayi pranayama. So you're breathing in and out through your nose. Gradually lengthen your inhales and your exhales and sift your breath past the back of your throat. So the breath creates this sound of the ocean. And give yourself the gift of this full breath, this life-affirming inhale, full breath into the circumference of your rib cage. And as you exhale, hug the low belly in towards the low back and tone the pelvic floor in and up, 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 up. Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. Deep breath in wide into the circumference of the rib cage. And with your exhale, tone the low belly in and the pelvic floor in and up, 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 up. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Keep this going. Really bring your complete attention to your breath, your fullest quality of attention to the process of breathing. Revitalizing your body one breath at a time before you even start to move. Good. Let's take one more here. And you'll keep this breath with you throughout the practice. Go ahead and blink your eyes open if they're closed. And come to all fours. You can move any props out of the way. Hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, hips over knees. Cat-cow. Inhale and arch your spine. Open the heart center and look up. And then exhale and round your spine. Tuck your tailbone, drop your head, cat tilt. Inhale, cow. And as you come into cow, spread out from big toe to baby toe, really widen through the feet. And then exhale, keep that as you round your spine and come into cat. And then you can keep it going just like this, cat and cow. Or you can add a little circle of your rib cage. Maybe you want to bend your elbows as you circle and mobilize those upper ribs a bit more. So full creative license, make this cat-cow your own or keep it as simple as you started. Mobilizing and opening up the back. Then if you're circling or doing something like a circle, start to go the other direction. Good, keep it going. And as you do this, observe your feet. Are you rolling off of your pinky toenails? Can you keep that width, big toe to baby toe, and ground your baby toes or toenails to the mat? Yeah, one more breath. So your foundation is solid. You're moving the midsection. Nice. Yeah. Okay, one more breath or one more circle perhaps. And then we'll come back to neutral and tuck your toes under and come into a bent knees, downward facing dog. So I invite you to keep a generous bend in your knees. Meaning I could see it if you had your Zoom camera on. Yeah, nice. Good. So notice as you bend your knees towards your chest, at the same time you can lift and widen your sitting bones. And this will allow the low back to pour forward out of your pelvis. Now, from here, come forward, plank pose. And then lower just your knees to the ground. And then you're going to lower your chest between your thumbs and your chin to the ground in front of your thumbs. Ashtangasana, knees, chest, chin. Keep your toes curled, keep your hips up. So your knees touch, your toes are touching, your chest and your chin touch. And then from here, slither forward into Bhujangasana, the cobra. And as you exhale, come back to all fours. And tuck your toes, bent knee, down dog. As you exhale, press your right thigh to the right wall, your left thigh to the left wall, widen those sitting bones. And then inhale, plank. And then all at once this time, knees, chest, chin, like someone cut the strings. Knees, chest, chin. Yeah, good. One move. Inhale, Bhujangasana, coil the upper back. Exhale, all fours. Inhale, down dog with bent knees. Exhale, press the thighs wide. And one more time, inhale, plank. Exhale, can you lower all at once, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, all fours. Stay on all fours. Tuck your toes under. Flip your wrists from the collarbones. So meaning flip from the head of the shoulder rather than just from the wrist joint. And then start to draw your hips back, wrist stretch. So your fingers, yeah, that's it, are pointing towards your knees. You're sending your hips back. You can look to the wall in front of you. Or you can drop your head, or you could play with both. Maybe one breath here, one breath looking forward. And then bring your big toe joints together if they're not already for a toe stretch. And walk your hands up onto your thighs and sit. Shake out your wrists. All right, come back to all fours. You might have a block nearby within a hand's reach, arm's reach if you have one. And then bring your right leg back behind you and bend your right knee. And then press your heel up to the ceiling. So you're extending and opening the front of your right hip joint, and you're activating your glutes and your hamstrings. Lift your heel and lower it, and lift it up and lower it. Now, you can keep this going or put a block for a little extra hamstring work between calf and hamstring. Squeeze the block. If you get a hamstring cramp, just shake it out. You don't want to keep working with a cramp. So press the heel up and down. And if you have your block, squeeze your block. Yeah, I know. It's a little harder with the block. Keep it going. 3, 2, hips are square, 1. Now, with or without the block, you're going to exhale, round your right knee in towards your nose and think cat tilt. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, round. So you're rounding the entire spine. Inhale, lift. One more time, exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Stay here. Reach your left arm back. And can you grab the ankle or the foot? And if you can't, just reach back towards it. That's okay. And then kick if you grab it. Yeah, nice, Michelle. Kick, 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 look forward. Now draw your outer left hip crease back. plug into your right hand. One more breath. Come to spinal balance. Reach your left arm forward, your right leg back, engage your belly. And then lower the hand and knee, cat tilt. Cow tilt. Neutral spine. All right, lift your left leg, left heel to the ceiling, left knee bent. Exactly. Pulse the heel up, so you're opening the space in the front of the hip and down. Up and down. Now, option if you want, grab a block, put it in between your calf and your hamstring and give it a squeeze and keep it pulsing up. So you'll feel your hamstrings, you're squeezing into the block. Pulse the heel up, root into your fingertips. 3, 2, 1. With or without the block, exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Inhale, reach it up. Nice, Kitty. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. And one more time, exhale, round. Inhale, reach. And now go ahead and reach back. If you have the block, let go of it for this part. Grab the foot or reach towards it. And kick if you grab it. Kick, kick, kick. Feel the synergy of the limbs into the trunk. Kick, kick. Good. Square your hips. Draw your outer right hip crease back. One more breath. Good. Spinal balance pose. Right arm forward, left leg back. Square your hips, engage your core. And then exhale, hands and knees down, cat tilt. Inhale, cow. Exhale, neutral. Tuck your toes. Flip your wrists from the collarbones. Sit your hips back, look forwards. Look forwards or drop your head. One more breath. Walk your hands up your thighs. Sit. Bring your big toes to touch if they're wide. Shake out your wrists. Downward facing dog. Start with your bent knees. Go up with your sitting bones and wide with your sitting bones. And then perhaps you straighten the knees, press your thighs back. Optional. You can also keep them bent. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, walk your hands one handprint back from where they are. You're in a shorter dog. Good. Take your left hand to your right shin or ankle. Twist right. Peek under your right armpit. Look towards that right side wall. Push into your left foot and wring it out from your belly. One more breath. Now, from here, lower your right knee to the ground. Spin your right shin behind you. Reverse gate pose. Slide your left foot in line with your right knee. Reach your left arm over your head. Viparita Parigasana. Yeah, you can lower your left foot if it's lifted. Ground your left foot to the mat as you reach your left arm overhead. Like you're drawing the flat edge of a triangle. Left hand to left foot. One more breath. Push off of your right hand. Come on up onto your right shin. Turn your left thigh out so the toes and the left knee point up to the ceiling. Ground your left foot if it's lifted. Slide your left hand down your left leg. Parigasana, the gate pose. Maybe your left hand reaches a block or the floor. Maybe it stays on the thigh or the shin. Reach the right hip forward to the wall in front of you. And maybe start to look up under the armpit here. One more breath. And then as you're ready, come on up. Bring your left toes down to the ground, pointing straight ahead to the wall in front of you. Both hands to the ground in front of you. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Your left leg is out, your left arm is up. Spinal twists. Thread the needle. Draw down onto your left cheek and twist towards the right. Push into your left foot like you did earlier in down dog. Turn your rib cage, your belly to the right. And with each inhale, feel your length. And with each exhale, wring it out. One more. All right, ease your way back up to your hands. Keep your left knee straight. Pivot on your right shin. Walk your hands to the top of your mat. Pivot. So you just take this shape and orient it forwards. Now, the first step is you're going to draw your shoulders forward. Then you're going to bend your elbows, lower chest and chin, and then lift your left leg higher. So as you do this, if you just lower, you're going to be here. You want to go forward and then lower with your elbows over your wrists, and then lift your left leg. Yeah, and then maybe lift your right leg or foot. Your knee stays down. Yeah, we're not doing a chin stand 10 minutes into class. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you kickstand your left thigh on your right foot. One more breath. Yeah, beautiful. And then come back up. Lower your left knee. Downward facing dog. Let's do all that on the other side. So start with bent knees. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha. And then in your downward facing dog, press your thighs back if you're straightening your knees. Make sure you're in a little bit of a shortened stance. So if you haven't already, walk your hands back one handprint. Take your right hand to your left shin or ankle and twist left. Press down into the right foot. Go up with your right hip. Keep the hips nice and stable as you turn the midsection of your body. One more breath. Now, from here, let go and lower your left knee to the mat. Spin your left shin behind you. Slide your right big toe on the mat in line with your left knee. Viparita Parigasana. Sweep the right arm overhead like you're drawing the flat edge of a triangle from your right fingers to your right ankle. Exactly. Press the pelvis forward, lean the upper back back. Take one more breath. Now, from here, come on up, standing on your left shin. Turn your right thigh and toes up. Parigasana, the gate pose. Slide your right hand down your shin, maybe your thigh, maybe a block, maybe the floor. Press your left hip bone forwards and breathe. One more. All right, come back up. Spin your right toes down and facing forward. So your right toes are going to face the back long edge of your mat. Perfect. Hands down, out in front of you, shoulders over wrists. And then as you inhale, peel your right arm open. And as you exhale, twist left. So you've got your right leg out, you're threading your right arm through and twist. Press down into your right foot, go up through your right hip and turn your body, your belly, your ribs to the left. Two more. Now from here, slowly walk your hands in, come back. Keep your right knee straight, walk your hands to the top of your mat and pivot on your left shin. So your right leg will stay straight. So the first step is we're going to go forward, shoulders beyond the wrists. Then as you bend, your elbows will stay over the wrists, chest and chin come down. Then right leg up, you've got it. Stay here or left foot up with the knee down. You could kickstand your right thigh on your left foot or go high. One more. Lower back to the left shin. Lower down to the right knee. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana with bent knees. Good. As you bend your knees, go up and wide with your sitting bones. Then slowly press your thighs back, keeping that up and wide of your pelvis. It all starts at the hips, and then from there flows with so much ease through the hamstrings, the spine. All right. From here, let's inhale and lift the right leg. Exhale and open the right hip. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. And as you inhale, straighten and square your hips. Can you go up through your outer left hip crease? And then hug your right knee in and step your right foot all the way forwards. Lower your left knee to the mat. Bring your right hand to your right thigh. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Keep your knee over your heel. So make any adjustments you need so that your knee doesn't go beyond your heel, right? But draw your pelvis forward, keeping the knee over the heel. Use your right hand to press down into the right thigh and lift your low abdomen up. Lengthen your tailbone down. Keep all of this, and now let go with the right hand. Reach up and grab opposite elbows overhead. Lift yourself up out of the pelvis. Press into your left shin, press into your right foot. Hug your inner thighs in, and then start the process of twisting without the help of your hands towards the right. Good. Yeah, so bring your left elbow forward, your right elbow back. That's it, Adam. Keep going. Left lung to the right wall. Right shoulder to the wall behind you, the left wall. Good, and then lift your head, lift your vision, open your chest. That's it, that's it. Now, take your right hand to the back of your mat, your left hand forward, and take a big breath in. Hug your inner thighs in and twist a little deeper. Maybe look over your right hand. One more here. Now we'll leverage our twist. Left hand down, right hand up. You could stay here or pick up your back knee. So knee down or knee up, twist right. Left hand inside of right foot. One more breath. Plank pose. Nice. Lower to your belly. Locust, forehead to the ground, palms flat. Lift your head, your chest, your legs, and press down into the palms of your hands. Nice. Widen your collarbones. Spread your toes. Straighten your knees. Stay where you are, but bend your elbows. Spin your fingers forward. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, open your hip and bend your knee. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, straighten the leg and square your hips. Full breath. Pull your outer right hip, standing foot hip, up and back. And then as you exhale, hug your left knee in, step your left foot through, lower your right knee to the mat, untuck the toes. Take your left hand to your left thigh, your right arm up. Feel free to adjust so that your left knee stays over your left heel. You have that perpendicular power to push into the foot, even as your hips go forwards. Good. If you're here, you're using the left hand to lift your abdomen up off of the thigh and to get your pelvis under you, tailbone down, belly up. And then stay like that, but lift both arms and just grab with the opposite forearm on top. Lift up out of the pelvis, stamp into your feet, hug your inner thighs in, twist left, no hands, no levers. So keep hugging your inner thighs in. Notice if your left thigh starts to do that, like wilt out to the left. Hug it in, climb the bottom ribs up and twist. Yeah. Breathe your right lung towards the left wall. Exhale your left shoulder blade towards the right wall. Lift your vision, your chest. Keep all that. Split your arms. Left arm back, right arm forward. Maybe look over your left thumb. One more big breath in. Exhale, right hand down. We'll use our hands as a lever with our core. Left arm up. Stay here or pick up your back knee. Spinal twist in lunge. 3 breaths. Good, Lula. Lift up through your sacrum. And then all of you, notice what's happening with this right shoulder. Is it meandering to the left? Or can you hold your ground? Shoulder stays over wrist. Even as your ribs twist left, your shoulder doesn't collapse left. Hold your ground, lift up out of the ground, and turn. One more breath. Nice. Okay, good. Plank. Lower to the belly. Locust, palms flat. Lift your head and chest and legs. Lift your arms. Reach your arms wide, palms forwards. Palms to the wall in front of you. Yeah. Arms forward overhead, thumbs up, palms in. Up dog. Down dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Look forward, step, hop, float, top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot at 45. Exhale, right foot through. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho. Inhale, right foot at 45. Exhale, left foot through. Inhale, Virabhadrasana A, warrior one. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can always skip these and head right into down dog. Inhale, Urdhva. And then we'll meet you. Exhale, down dog, Adho. 3 breaths. Look forward, step, hop, or float, top of your mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, or skip it and head right into downward facing dog. Inhale, up dog. And we'll meet you. Exhale, down dog. Last time, inhale, left foot at 45. Exhale, right foot through. 1 breath, rise, warrior one. Exhale, vinyasa, or straight back down dog, you pick. Inhale, right foot at 45. Exhale, left foot through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, vinyasa, or down dog, you choose. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 deep breaths. Feel the widening into the circumference of your rib cage, Ujjayi. Feel the tone of the pelvic floor and the low belly with each exhale. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Look forward, step, hop, or float right where you're looking. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, feet and knees together. Twist, hands through the prayer seal at your heart, left arm across. Twist right. Yeah. Stay here or split your arms. Stay here or lower your seat. Walk your hands back just a little bit so you can get your heels down perhaps. And then right hand to the floor behind you, left elbow to your outer right thigh. Lift your spine and turn it right. You can also stay where you were earlier in revolved chair pose or Parvrita Utkatasana. 1 more breath. Let's take 1 more here. All right. Come back to the top of your mat and fold forward. So you can just fold forward over your legs. Space your big toes 2 fist widths apart. Take your peace sign fingers, loop them around your big toes. Inhale, look forward. You can bend your knees if you need. And then exhale, drape your belly long, your ribs long, and your chest long forward over your legs. So the backs of your legs are lengthening and lifting up. And the front of your belly from the pubic bone to the chin is lengthening forward and down. 2 more. Gently let go, release your big toes. Bring your feet and knees together, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Hands through prayer at your heart, twist left, so right arm across. You can stay right here. If your thumbs are to your shoulder, you're just spending the next 5 breaths to spin the belly and the ribs so the thumbs are more at the middle of the chest. That's your work. Or split. Stay here, or feel free to sit down a little lower and walk your left hand behind you so your heels can lower. Right elbow to left thigh and turn your body to the left. So feel free to stay in revolved Utkatasana if that suits your knees and your hips and your ankles better today. One more breath, wring it out. Come back to the top of your mat, fold forward, widen your stance so your big toe joints are, again, you can measure it out, 2 fist widths. And then Padahastasana, climb aboard the palms of your hands, toes to wrist creases. Bend your knees if you need to so that you can inhale and look forward. So yeah, spread your belly forward, ribs forward, like down towards your toes is the forward I'm talking about. And then your chest forward, your head forward, dive in. So from your heels to your sitting bones is going up, up, up to the ceiling. And from your belly to your throat is going down, 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 all the way down to the crown of your head, down to the floor. Two more. And you are most welcome to bend your knees. Gently and slowly release your hands from under your feet and widen your feet a whole mat's width apart. Turn your toes out, your feet out, your knees out, your hips out. Malasana, yogi squat. You could sit on a block. You could lean up against a wall with your upper back. These are some nice modifications if this is particularly challenging. Now, some of you are just in the opposite category. It's particularly easy. We can almost sink below the architecture of the posture. So if that's you, push into your heels and find your bounce. Yeah, like you could lift up a couple inches, get into your strength. That's the balancing work for you today. Yeah, good. And lift nice, your breastbone to your thumbs. We all have our own challenges on the mat. One more breath. When you're ready, go ahead and plant your hands. Come back to downward dog. Just step your feet back. All right, inhale and lift your right leg. Exhale, step your right foot forward for warrior 2. Left heel down, left arm will windmill you up overhead and back. And as you arrive here, really start to root down into your right heel. So you might even pick up your right toes and press your right heel down into the mat so you feel the heel. Yeah, and as you do that, feel how right under your right thigh at the sitting bone engages. Keep that. Go down through the top and engage up through the bottom. And then lower your toes, relax your toes, but keep that work at the upper hamstring. Reach your arms up over your head. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. No hands, no lever. Reach back, reverse warrior, towards the left, towards the back leg. Go down into your right heel, like when you had your toes lifted, and reach away from it. And you'll feel your inner bandhas and body bright and lifted without the hands to rest on. So one more breath. Now come back up and reach your arms up and switch. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Side angle pose without the lever of your arms to sit on. So you're not outsourcing anything. It's all you. Inner body bright. Reach and turn. Turn your ribs to the left. Press your thigh to the right. Gorgeous. Plug into your left heel. Find your breath. One more. As you exhale, both hands to the mat inside of your right foot. Spin your left heel in. This leg is tired. Let's give it a break and a stretch. Walk your hands to the back of your mat, to the left. Skandasana. You can be up high. You can come down low. You can come down low, low to your forearms. So just feel what's available and what feels nourishing for your muscles and joints today. Yeah, one more breath here. Walk your hands to the center, bend both of your knees, Utthata Konasana. Bring your hands to your thighs, the goddess. So all 10 toes point out, heels in, hips down. Use the pressure of your hands, the lever of your arms to lift up out of your pelvis. So both are important. At first we learn to use the arms as lever, but then we want to find how do we capture like a little snapshot of that in our muscles and in our inner body so we can sustain it without the arms. So feel this glorious decompression in your low back for one more breath. And then can you very gradually lighten the weight in your hands, go hands-free, reach your arms up, and keep that feeling of lift from the base of your spine. Close your eyes. And try not to get sinky and drop into your spine and crunchy, but lift and rise, bottom ribs up out of your pelvis. Good. One more breath. If your eyes are closed, open them. Hands to your heart. Straighten your knees. Spin your 10 toes to the long edge of your mat. If you want to bring your blocks with you, we're going to come into a down dog arm variation, and these could go under your hands if you'd like. So we'll start with our feet nice and wide, hands to the hips. Roll your shoulders back, lift your heart, inhale. And as you exhale, fold halfway over. Take a huge breath in. Exhale, hands to the blocks or the floor. Slide your hands forward or your blocks forward. You might want to bend your knees here. That's a great option for some of you so that you can lift from your hips. Prioritize the pelvis, and a lot of the issues in the spine and the legs will resolve as you get that lift of your tailbone, widening of your sitting bones. Now, if you'd like, another option is to put a stack of 2 or just 1 block under your forehead. Three more deep Ujjayi breaths. Walk your hands back in, and then all the way back to the top of your mat, all the way to the right side. Good, step back plank. Lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, warrior 2, step it through. Right heel down, right arm windmills you up, over your head and back. And then we'll start here for a moment, really feeling into that left heel. So root down through the heel pad. You might even lift your left toes to feel that as you root the heel, this upper hamstring squeezes. This is good. So keep this engaged as you drop the top of the thigh down. This down, this engages. Now lower and soften and spread your toes and reach your arms up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Lift. And then reverse your warrior. And feel your inner body bright, your bandhas with you as you do this without your hands. It's like so much harder. Go down into your left heel, reach up through your left ribs. Take one more breath. Come back to the center. Grab hold, right wrist with left hand. Now, from here, side angle, same thing. You're lengthening from your right ankle to your right wrist. Your left thigh presses back. Your ribs turn to the right. Plug that right heel down. Good. Yeah, for 2 more breaths. Now, on your next exhale, both hands down inside of your left foot. Pivot your right heel in. Walk your hands to the right, Skandasana. You can stay up high. You can come down low. You can come down low, low into your forearms. It's totally up to you. Let's take one more big breath here. Come back to the center, bend your left knee, bend both knees, heels in, toes out, prop it up, and take a few slow breaths. Feel this glorious tractioning of your lumbar spine. Lifting and spreading the bottom ribs up away from the top of your pelvis. And then I want you to go really gradually as you let go so that you can try to keep that spreading and lifting of your low back. Slowly lighten. In your hands, you'll feel your legs turn on. And then reach your arms up and hold. Close your eyes if your balance will allow. And keep feeling that rising energy through your spine, your low spine, bottom ribs. All right, open your eyes if they're closed. Hands to your heart, straighten your knees, spin your 10 toes forward, and then bring your hands to your hips. Again, feel free to grab your blocks if you want them for down dog arms. Lift your heart, look up. Exhale, fold forward, bring your hands to the floor or the blocks, and then walk your hands forward like downward facing dog. You can come onto your fingertips and tent the palms. You could put a block under either hand or a block of any height or a tower of blocks or your sofa under your forehead. That might be nice. Grab the edge of the sofa so you'll be kind of here. Three more. Feel free to bend your knees. All right, slowly, slowly, slowly release. Walk your hands to the top of your mat towards your left. Spin all 10 toes forward, step it back, plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, left foot at 45. Exhale, right foot through. Warrior one. We've been here before. Now, this time, bring your hands to your heart, and I'm going to give a modification if you need it. So if you need to modify, pick up your left heel and take your left elbow across. But if you can, keep your left heel plugging in and down, your arch lifting. Twist, left arm across, right thigh. Feel free to pick up that knee if you feel any pain in your pick up your heel if you feel any pain in your left knee. If you want to go further, so maybe you're staying here, but your work is to bring your hands more to the middle of your chest. If your thumbs are towards your right shoulder, right? So you're turning your torso. Maybe you split your arms. Maybe you find a reach or a bind. Now the puzzle is right hip crease back, left armpit forward. And with each inhale, breathe your left lung to the right wall. With each exhale, lean your right shoulder back over your left. Two more. Slowly, gently unwind. Bring your hands down to frame your right foot. And then we'll lift the left heel and then lower the left knee. Okay, bring both hands inside of your right foot. Both of them. Wiggle your right foot all the way out to the right. Now turn your right thigh from the top of the hip joint, so you're going to lift your toes. Everything's going to move out to the right. Okay, we're going to move back and forth with the breath, dynamic. So as you inhale, start to straighten your right knee as much as you can with external rotation. Your toes, your kneecap are pointing out a little. And then exhale back into that lizardy thing. And then inhale, half Hanuman with external rotation. Exhale, lizardy thing. Make it your own. 4 more. Next time you come forward into lizardy thing, stay here. You could stay right here the whole time or lower to your forearms or even a block under your forearms. You could stay here the whole time or bring your left forearm parallel to the mat, reach back with your right hand and catch your left leg, or left foot, I should say, and pull the heel to the butt. Press the right thigh out to the back right corner. You could stay here or put a block, a stack of blocks under your forehead, or lower your forehead to your left fist. So I want you to find like a pigeon pose feeling in your right hip by pressing to the pinky toe side of your right foot. And then feel like a big quadriceps stretch up the front of your left thigh, front of your left hip. And if you've been in holiday mode, cuddled up by the fire, reading and eating yummy cookies, maybe you haven't been moving as much as you normally do. This could be really intense. So we're actually just going to hunker in here and kind of get into the goodness of this pose. You can close your eyes and give yourself a little space to slow down and feel. Sometimes when we get into an intense pose like this, we get a little jumpy. We jump away from what we're feeling. So work with your breath, slow, steady breath to kind of get curious and go towards what you notice. Couple more. Okay, and then gently, slowly let go of your foot. Walk your hands back in and slowly straighten your right knee as much as it'll straighten. You can keep this external rotation of the leg, or you can wiggle your leg to the middle in a more traditional half Hanuman. And you could stay right here the whole time or slide out a little bit. Maybe put a block under your right thigh, slide out a lot. If you're all the way down, tuck your left toes and square your left rib cage forward. And then maybe try without the lever of your hands, go hands free. And feel that inner body lift. The low back, yeah, awesome. Lifting up out of the basin of the pelvis. And wherever you are, close your eyes and really drop into your breath. And your body, 2 more. All right, hands down, slide back. Child's pose. Come to the middle of your mat for child's pose today so you have some room back there. And then big toes touch, knees as wide as your mat. So bring them pretty wide and walk your hands forward. And take a full breath in, full breath out. And then walk your hands in and sit right up onto your heels. So here we are, and we're gonna lean back into saddle pose. You're gonna lean part way back. Pick up your butt, lengthen your tailbone forward so you sit your butt right into the arches of your feet. You might stay here, you might come down to your forearms. If this doesn't feel so good for your body, feel free to stay in child's pose or try Supta Virasana with your inner knees together and your feet wide. If you want to come all the way down, go ahead and lower all the way to maybe block. You can put one under the shoulders, one under the head, maybe to your head. Maybe reach your arms back behind you like we did upright in Hanuman. And if you have a roommate, you could say, hey, come here, I'm gonna grab your ankles. And you grab their ankles with your hands and they walk little tiny steps back and it tractions you. You're on the rack. You get spread forward up out of your pelvis as you lengthen down through your knees. Or just imagine that if you don't have a roommate nearby. Last breath here. Slowly open your eyes, bring your hands back by your feet, lift to your forearms, and then lift all the way up and we'll come straight to down dog. Good, just neutralizing the joints, the spine, the knees, all that, ankles. Couple breaths. All right, let's try the other side. Right foot down at 45. Step your left foot through, warrior one, inhale. And then hands to the heart. You could either pick up your back heel for your modification, right elbow across, or keep your back heel down, right elbow across, left thigh. Now, if your thumbs are towards your left delt, I really want you to press and engage your core so that your work is simply to spin more of your midsection to the left. So that's maybe the thumbs travel, even if it's just an inch towards your sternum. That's awesome. Otherwise, you can split or bind or reach. So it's like a buffet, and you just pick the variation of this twist that feels the most nourishing for your body today. And then stand into your choice by really bringing in that full, vital breath, life-affirming breath. Use your exhale to wring it out. 3 more. All right, from here, slowly, gently unwind, frame up your left foot, lift your right heel, and lower your right knee. Untuck your toes, bring both hands inside your left foot. Wiggle your left out to the side and turn from the top of your hip joint, knee, hip, ankle, toes to the left. And then inhale, straighten the knee as much as you can. It's okay if it's a little bent. Exhale, lunge forwards. Inhale, exhale. 4 more, just on your own. Make it your own little groove. Next time that you come into that lizardy thing, go ahead and stay. You can stay right here, or you can lower to blocks under your forearms or forearms to the ground. You can stay right here or bring your right forearm parallel to the top edge of your mat. Reach your left hand to your right foot, grab hold, and pull in. So I think a couple weeks, maybe a month ago, when did I see you last? We kicked. But right now we're pulling it in. Yeah, and you can set your head on a block or your right fist. And then feel as you hold and hunker in that left thigh wrapping back. So there's a little more weight in the pinky toe side of your left foot. That's it, Jeff. Externally rotate your left thigh from the top of the thigh so the knee, toes, ankle track left. And then wrap your weight out to the pinky toe side. Nice. Good. Soften your jaw, slow down your breath. Drop in. Feel, don't force. And the longer we stay, just notice the different layers that rise to the surface. Weaving together that magic braid, breath, sensation, impermanence. Breath, sensation, impermanence. Breath, sensation, impermanence. 2 more. All right, go ahead and slowly come on up. We're moving into our splitsy thing next. So you can keep your left foot wide and externally rotated, or you can come into a traditional splits, bring your foot to the middle and point the toes and the knee up. And then you can stay right here, blocks under the hands. You can slide out a little, block under the left thigh, or slide forward a lot and curl your right toes under so you have some lever to help square more of your right ribs forward. If you're all the way down, maybe, perhaps, try hands free. Reach your arms up. If you're all the way down, can you press forward through your inner ankle, big toe, great toe mound, and pull the pinky toe edge back towards your left ear. And wherever you are, yes, close your eyes. 2 more. All right, open your eyes, come on back. No child's pose, no saddle pose this time, just back to all fours and then back into downward dog. All right, from here, walk your feet to the middle of your mat and then walk your hands to the middle of your mat and then bend your knees and go slow, roll up to stand. Your head will come up last, you'll loop your shoulders back and down. So we're gonna move into a pretty challenging sequence, but I'll mention where you can just kind of get off the bus and stay. Like not get off the bus and just sit, but you'll hold revolved half moon if you're not going on. And then you could just stand into 2 feet and take dancer's pose. Otherwise, we're gonna play with a little bit of a tricky transition. You might wanna have a block out in front of your feet, a couple feet in front of you. And you're gonna stand in the middle of your mat. And stand into your right foot, reach your arms out wide, palms forward, and then point your left toes back. So remember, this is, buffet. You pick what feels nourishing for your body. Warrior 3, let's start here. Tip and reach your breastbone forward and your left heel back. So the key in this whole sequence is not to let your spine droop. We've done all this work without levers to lift and spread rather than sink and collapse. Keep flying your heart forward. You might even look forward. 1 more breath. Now, revolved half moon. Tip your left hand to the block or the floor and your right arm to the ceiling. It's a hard one, so watch. If your spine gets kind of droopy, it's over, right? So reach forward through your chest, square your hips. That's it, good. Reach up through your right hand. And breathe. This is a lot about hip alignment. In the next transition, you fall if the hips aren't aligned. So it's wonderful if you fall because you learn where you need to go back and realign. Stay here if you'd like, and then in a few breaths, maybe 5, you'll stand and take dancer's pose, standing on your right foot. Otherwise, bend your left knee. Opposite hand to foot, right hand, left foot, and kick. Draw your outer right hip crease back. It's opposite hand to foot, right hand, left foot. Little bend in your right knee. Get light, slowly get light in your left hand. Reach your left arm forward. Slowly kick and rise. So it's dancer's pose, but you're holding your left foot with your right hand. If you're not doing that transition, stand and hold your left foot in your left hand. And that might feel a lot more reasonable today. Okay, keep it going. Reset and come back, same side if you'd like. So warrior 3, revolved half moon, right hand catches left foot, and then can you stand? Oh my gosh, it's so hard. I know, you're doing amazing. And by amazing, I mean you're doing amazing if you're falling. You're doing amazing if you've been in Revolved Dancer the past 20 breaths. You're all doing amazing. Yeah. Yeah, nice, Adam. Good. Good. Yeah, feel free to mix it up. Good. Use the wall. Nice. Yeah, good. Okay, that was enough on that side. I'm going to show a couple things and then we'll try the other side. So some of you, Irini, I love how you used the wall. If you have a wall, that can be really nice. And when I say use the wall, I don't want you to like just sit your hip onto the wall, but the wall can be a guideline of where you are in space. That's one thing. The other thing is when you come up, so you're here. Oh my gosh, my right leg is so tired. Let's see if I can do this. You're here, right? When you come up, you go really slowly and you want to reach generously back and generously forward. There has to be a tension. If you get slack, you fall. And then as you come up, it's all like that right hamstring and glute strength. I'm pressing into my hamstring strength and glute strength to rise. If you want to use a wall, what you would do is right hand on the wall, it'll be left hand on your other side in revolved half moon. And then you have the wall, so if you fall, you won't fall over. But I don't want you to lean into the wall. It's just there, like if you fall, you can push off of it. It's there as a little guideline of where you are in space, okay? So you don't just fall. Okay, let's try the left side. Stand in the middle of your mat. If you want to block, have it out in front of you. Arms wide, palms forward. This stuff is really hard, and you're all doing fantastic with it. Right foot back. Stay in the ring, no matter where that is for you today. Tip forward, warrior 3. Heart forward. Can you lengthen forward out of your hips? Yes. And then take a huge breath in, get long through your wingspan. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up. And I want you to get really long forward. So I love a block here because without a block, I start to shorten because I've got long legs and a short torso. So see if the block or a water bottle or something would help you. Good, good. Now bend your right knee. Grab your right foot with your left hand or stay where you are. 5 more breaths. Kick, kick, kick. And then slowly bend your left knee. Kick generously. Transition to your right fingertips. Kick and reach. And come on up. Use the wall if you need. Yeah. Or just stand. Grab your right foot with your right hand and kick. So you can reset, give it one more try if you'd like. If your hips are super tired, this means you're doing a fantastic job. Your hip muscles are doing all this little micro work to hold center because you're twisting and you're reaching all these balance poses. It's all glutes. Nice, Lula. Yeah. Good. Just a few more breaths, 2 or 3 more. That's it, Michelle. Gorgeous reach through your spine. Okay. Good. Yes, Katie. Yes, and bend your right knee when you come up, Katie. Bend your right knee a little bit, and then you'll be able to source into the back of your thigh and use that to help you stand. That was it, though. Good. Lula, I almost thought your screen froze. You were there for a minute. Nice. Good. All right, you guys, come on back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then from your down dog, roll forwards into plank. And then from your plank, lower your knees, chest and chin. like we did in the beginning. I'm just going to move this out of the way. Stay. Ashtangasana. Now, from here, elbows are over wrists. So release, walk your hands back a little bit further. Lift your hips. From here, option stay, option cobra, or option lift your knees. You can have your mouth or your chin down. You choose. Option stay or lift your right leg. Lower. Option stay, cobra, or lift your left leg. Now, slowly, slowly, slowly lower all the way down. Come back up. Let's take a look at what just happened and maybe add one more layer. So you did knees, chest, chin. You could stay here. You could slide forward into cobra. You could have your chin down or your mouth down. If chin down hurts your neck, don't do it. This time, we're going to go on a little bit. You're going to bring your hands under you. Then lift. And then lift. Couple breaths each side. Okay, your turn. I'm going to watch. Plank pose. Knees, chest, chin, Ashtangasana. Yes. Stay here or come into cobra, or slide your hands underneath you. Interlace your fingers under your hips. Big old anterior tilt in your pelvis. Yep, lift your knees. Oh, it looks like some of you want me to do it with you. I'll do it with you. I know it's weird. Maybe you lift one leg. Maybe you lift both legs. And lift the other leg. And then lower down. Forehead to the mat. Shake your hips out. Locust. Palms down. Lift your head, your chest, your legs. You could stay right here or bend and grab your ankles. Dhanurasana. Two more. Can you move the base of the skull back and the breastbone forward? Like a woodpecker goes like this. Retract. Draw the chin back and the breastbone forward. One more. Open your chest. Open your thoracic. Good. Slowly, gently release. Turn one cheek to the ground. Swish your hips side to side. All right, come on back. Pigeon. Send your right shin forwards. Lower down onto it. Prop yourself up. You can come forward right away, or we're nice and open for it. Maybe grab your left foot. You can pull it in. You can flip your grip and reach with both hands. Your choice. Come straight forward if you're ready for that. We've done a lot of work with our hips, so if you want to just get right into that gooey stretch, we'll meet you there in a little bit. Yeah, if you have hold of the foot, your work is to swing your left ribs forward so they don't go to the left, and kind of close and shorten this side of the back. All right, without flinging, let go of the foot. And if you're ready, when you're ready, come on forward. Get into the juice of the pigeon. right. Slowly come on up and face the long edge of your mat. Right knee bent. Left leg, let's have it a little bent. As you push into the heel, imagine you have another heel right here, your sitting bone. Push it down, your left sitting bone. Bring your left arm inside. Take your right palm to your sacrum and turn your body to the right. Press your left arm into your left leg. Sweep your right arm overhead. And at this point, you could keep this left knee bent, or keeping that sitting bone down, maybe start to straighten the knee. Parvrita Janu Sirsasana. Just a nice way to feel that length after all the back bends we just did. Two more. And then we're going to slowly come on up, and we'll take pigeon on the left side. So come back to all fours. Bring your left shin forward. You can put a block under it if you want. If you're ready to come down right away, go for it. Otherwise, can you prop it up? You could stay here or bend your right knee, catch your right foot. Maybe flip the grip, one or both hands. And as you come into this pose, the work, if you're upright, is to steer your right rib cage forward. Yeah. And press down into your left shin so there's a little buoyancy. We're not just collapsed. And then slowly, slowly, gently, without flinging if possible, let go of that foot and come forward into your pigeon. We'll meet up with our friends who are already there. Good. Mm-hmm. One more here. And slowly come on up. Pivot to the long right edge of your mat. And you can bend your right knee a little bit. Take your right arm inside, your left hand to your sacrum. Turn your ribs to the left. Reach your left arm up and over. At this point, you could straighten the right knee or keep it bent. It's your choice. One more deep breath. And then slowly, slowly come on up. Lie down on your back and hug your knees in towards your chest. We're heading into Shavasana land. So if there's any props, eye pillows, blankies you want to have nearby, grab them. Take a moment to massage your back against the ground, or perhaps to circle the perimeter of your sacrum against the ground. And whenever you're ready, find your way into Shavasana, releasing the arms and the legs, gathering any props for support, a bolster under your thighs, a blanket over your body, an eye pillow perhaps. And let your eyes close. Let go, let go, let go. If you want to stay here a little longer, please feel free. If you're ready to come on up, bend your knees and slide the soles of your feet flat to the ground. Reach your right arm over your head and pause on your right side for a breath. And when you're ready, come on up to seated. And if you want to unmute yourself to join in for the final Om, please feel free. I'd love to have you join in. So once you're settled, bring your palms to prayer seal, to Anjali Mudra at your heart center. And we'll seal our practice with the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Thank you all so much for showing up for your practice. It's so good to be here with you. Take good care. Happy rest of your Sunday.